has fallen wide of the mark and is miles from realization. 11th, Jeremiah 9:11 says, quote, I will make Jerusalem heaps and a den of dragons, and I will make the cities of Judah desolate without an inhabitant, unquote. Jerusalem has never been a den of dragons, and Judah has never been uninhabited. Neither has ever been a ruinous heap. 12. Isaiah 13:10 says, quote, For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine, unquote. And Isaiah 60:19-20 says, quote, The sun shall be no more the light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light to thee. The sun shall no more go down, neither shall the moon withdraw itself, unquote. When, for goodness sake, have the sun, moon, and stars ever failed to give light? And may fate save us if they ever do. 13th, Isaiah 30:26 says, The light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days, unquote. Mankind is yet to witness such brightness, and again, may the elements have compassion on us if we ever do. 14th, Isaiah 19:8 says, quote, The fishermen and all who cast hook in the Nile will mourn and lament, and they will languish who spread their nets upon the waters, unquote. At no time in the Nile's history has it been emptied of fish or unproductive for fishermen. 15th, Isaiah 34:8-10 says, quote, The streams of Edom shall be turned into pitch, and her soil into brimstone. Her land shall become burning pitch. Night and day it shall not be quenched. Its smoke shall go up forever. From generation to generation it shall lie waste. None shall pass through it forever and ever, unquote. Needless to say, this is another litany of outlandish prognostications that have never come true. Obvious problems contained therein are: A, the streams of Edom have never turned to pitch. B, Edom's soil has never turned into brimstone. C, Edom's land has never become burning pitch that continues to burn forever. D, Edom does not lie in waste. And E, people continue to pass through it every day. 16th, God promised in Jeremiah 32:37, quote, He, this is God, will gather the banished tribes out of all countries where He drove them in His anger, and bring them again to this place and cause them to dwell safely, unquote. The banished tribes have never returned and dwelt safely. In fact, even today, many are returning to Israel only to leave the area later because it's still unsafe. 17th and lastly, in the same tradition, God says in Hosea 2:18, quote, I will abolish the bow, the sword, and war from the land, and I will make you lie down in safety, unquote. The Israelites have never dwelt in safety And with the Middle East as armed as it is today, there's little possibility of them doing so. Actually, Middle Eastern weaponry is more abundant and further from abolition than ever. That completes our list of unfulfilled, inaccurate prophecies for today. In our next program, we'll finish our litany of prophecies. At the risk of sounding self-serving, we'd like to conclude today by reading a letter written from Lakewood, New Jersey. The author states, quote, "In reading various issues here and there, while keeping in mind the purpose of your publication, it must be admitted that you've rendered a far more original and valuable service to knowledge and the Bible than any other periodical I've encountered in over 40 years of reading free thought literature. And that includes works like Thomas Paine's The Age of Reason, Herbert Kuttner's book, Jesus, God, Man, or Myth, Ludwig Büttner's book, Force and Matter, Kersey Graves' book entitled The World's 16 Crucified Saviors, and all 12 volumes of Ingersoll's works, plus scads and scads of other immortal writings. To this should be added the fact that you furnish chapter and verse, provide reasoned, calm, balanced, well-stated explanations with convincing and unswerving dedication to logic. You present evidence that's unimpeachable proof that the Bible is not a reliable guide on any subject it touches, be it morality, ethics, science, geography, history, or whatever. It's unfortunate that BE is not available as a course either in high school or college, for without any doubt it would free more minds from the Bible's stranglehold on society than thousands of fulminations hurled at religion by atheists. If there were years enough left for me, I'm 60 years old now, I'd commence with the first issue and put them all on floppy disk, and probably around the middle of the next century, issue them in book form. Whether fortunately or otherwise, a freethinker isn't made or born overnight. It's a struggle to get rid of the beliefs of babyhood that were foisted on you when you were in no position to reason or understand that you were having ideas drummed, brainwashed, and indoctrinated into your mind. Yet once the underlying factor of fear is exposed to the bright, clear sunlight of logic, proof, and common sense, turning back is impossible. I've never regretted changing. To make a short story even shorter, it all revolves around your publication. You're doing precisely what I would have loved doing myself. Only I have neither the ability nor the talent to accomplish what you are doing. So I'm going to promote your publication in whatever way I can. By printing and distributing it, others will learn about the book, which they tout as God's Word. He spells God, G-A-W-D. Little do they know how little they know about it, unquote. That completes our presentation. And please join us later for the 63rd edition of Biblical Errancy Commentary, when we'll continue showing why the Bible is nothing more than the flawed composition of some fallible human beings. Thank you for listening.